Fall in New England is one of our favorite times to go camping, so we packed up from Rhode Island in the Polo Rally and headed north to Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire. My family's been coming here since the 1950s, and though it's changed quite a bit, we still have a lot of memories and love coming up here. We then moseyed on over to Bar Harbor for some birthday celebrations. Two of my uncles have houses on the lakes, which makes for ready access to boat touring.
There's a loon right there.
Though we were on a motorboat, we were still able to see some excellent wildlife like this loon. And if you've never heard a loon, listen to this because it's one of the most awesome sounds you can hear in New Hampshire.
So what are we coming up on here, see?
We're coming up on the Bear Island Post Office.
Really?
So it looks like it's right out on a pier right there. Isn't that interesting?
So you can pull up your boat and drop your mail off.
Exactly. A lot of fun.
Sweet. We are loving Lake Winnipesaukee.
It is gorgeous. This is called Betsy's Garden, and it's a little island, very small, but it has like a little dollhouse structure on it. It's quite the little iconic.
One of the smallest islands out on the lake here.
Exactly. It has the smallest little house too.
All right, so I think our fall trip is off to a pretty decent start, huh?
Yeah, I think we had a great time here at Lake Winnipesaukee.
And the polo match.
And the polo match in Rhode Island.
And you know, for most people, people often question why join an RV club, why join FMCA or Wally Bime or something like this. And I think the polo match was a perfect example of that because we never in a million years would go to a polo match. In fact, we're not going to go out and buy ponies or anything like that. But we did it, and we enjoyed the heck out of it. We went with people that were knowledgeable, and it was just such a great, fun time. And we never would have done it. And that's really the value of joining an RV club.
Exactly. Any kind of RV club.
Yep. So we just finished some good time up here in Lake Winnipesaukee.
Yep. Got a little boat ride in.
Yep. And I think we are off now to Bar Harbor. So
should be a good trip.
I think it's going to be a good trip.
We're on our way to Maine.
Yep. Well, good morning. It is a glorious morning here at Bar Harbor Campground in Maine, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this campground. It is the closest to Acadia National Park, which is kind of nice. The unusual thing about this campground, though, is that they do not take reservations and they don't take credit cards. So being this close to Acadia National Park, when you don't take reservations, it can be a little chaos. So you constantly see campers and RVs going back and forth, up and down, looking for their site, looking for a site, looking for a site with hookups that they desire. And so my advice is if you come here and you don't get the site that you want, just stay hooked up for the night. And sometime early in the morning around 10 o'clock, somebody will have left, and then you just run out and grab the site of the person that just departed, just making sure that they haven't reserved it. You know, especially if they're in like a camper van or a motorhome or something like that, and they're using that as their main vehicle, just make sure it's not taken. But that would be my advice. It's $40 a night, 7th night free, so that comes out to 36 nights if you stay for the week. You can see back here, these guys, all those guys have premium ocean views, which you can see Frenchman's Bay. It's funny, we stayed here about 12 years ago, and the trees were a lot lower, so you got a lot better views. So I'm not sure. We had one open up there, and we're like, you know, it's not worth moving for. So let's just go ahead and do a quick look at the services around here and typical campground. All right, you can kind of see our site here. We're actually on a corner site, which is good because it helps helps our marketing. Always need help marketing. We have this was a pull-through site, as you can see. Everybody else backs in here. We went in this way just because of the dump station. You can see is kind of right across from us. We didn't want our awning overlooking that. So again, we always carry two 25-foot length hoses and a 25-foot 30 amp extension cord. So we just run those that way. Nice gravel site, one Lego block. And you can see kind of some of the other sites. Here's an empty site. They've got nice fire pits, playground, which, yeah, whatever. can see there. Bathhouses were immaculate. So very nice. 25 cents for a shower for 5 minutes, which worked. We're not on full hookups here, so we had to conserve water, so we actually used those quite a bit. And we lasted 1 week with our 22-gallon black tanks, being conservative. So overall, definitely a good campground. We stayed at Narrows 2 before here in Bar Harbor, which is also nice. I'll show a picture of our campsite there. But that was $95, almost $100 a night there. So $40 a night isn't too bad, $36 with the discount. Okay, so if you watched our South of the Border video, one of the things that you know Cindy and I love doing is finding Roadside Americana and chins and stuff like that, right?
And attractions, yeah.
So when you're in Maine, what do you think of? Well, first probably lobster, but second, blueberry. And check out what we have found.
Then what are you doing?
I'm queen of the blueberries. They supply you with crowns.
Nice. Looks like they get a little playland here. We're right on Route 1. So there's the main Route 1. You can see the blueberry parking notes. We're gonna go inside and check this place out.
Fortunately.
Wah, wah.
Oh well. We'll have to describe it once we come out.
Yep. You see, how'd we do?
Oh, it was good. They had a lot of things in there. It's primarily a bakery, so they have pies, but they also sell fresh blueberries, which we walked away with, and some interesting different concoctions with blueberries, blueberry mustard, blueberry syrup. They have blueberry jam, and a lot of little gift ideas. They even had a cookbook. So we came away with 2 slices of pie for someone's birthday tonight.
Woohoo! Little lobster, little pie. I think we're gonna have a good evening tonight.
Definitely a Maine experience.
Yes. So we are definitely here in Maine. We are going to get some lobsters from the Trenton Bridge Lobster Pound, which is where we're like, look at this old core, how they boil them out here, but we're going to get them live because that's part of the experience.
Part of the birthday experience.
We are collecting seawater to boil lobsters in.
We're getting our pot out.
Yep.
So we are following Rich. We're at a picnic area outside Acadia National Park. We were looking for some water access. I think we found it. Trying not to get his feet wet.
All right, we've got our seawater, which we're going to steam our lobsters in tonight for a good Maine birthday tradition.
Yep, it should be good.
Hopefully. I can't think of a better way to spend my birthday than to be at a campground in Bar Harbor, Maine, with a blueberry ale in one hand and some lobsters steaming in the pot.
We have our lobster boil that we're doing at Bar Harbor, and we just bought these lobsters at Trenton Lobster Pound, boiled them in seawater, and we're having our lobster feast.
Looks pretty good, huh?
Looks excellent, and we have blueberry pie got from the wild blueberry land for dessert tonight.
Awesome.
Nice birthday feast. So welcome back to our Luv Subbin episode. We're gonna finish this out at Bar Harbor with this beautiful piece of pie from the wild blueberry land. This was $4.50 a piece, but I think you got a substantial slice for that.
And it's homemade, which is, I mean, it just looks really good.
And if you don't know about wild blueberries, they're very different from your standard blueberries.
Those big plump ones in the grocery store, not these.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see what we got
Check
from
these
the
little
wild
guys out.
blueberry land, they're very small, but they're very sweet and they're very tasty. And here at Bar Harbor Campground, they have a whole field of blueberries that have been picked on the side of the mountain during the season, which is August for blueberries. So we're just past the season for August. How are they?
Oh, they're delicious. Gotta make sure I don't drop any.
So the other things that were interesting that I got from the wild blueberry land were a Downeaster style syrup, which the only reason I bought it was because it had some rum and some blueberry brandy in it, and I figured it would be an interesting little try for $2.99. And I bought this wild blueberry mustard. So
Blueberry mustard?
yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, why not, right? Give it a shot. So let's give this blueberry pie a try. It smelled amazing coming out of the carton. We got 2 pieces for $4.50 as Rich picks up
Drop that blueberries on 5-second rule.
The blueberries are very sweet. I get a little cinnamon. I didn't get any pastry in that bite, but the pastry looks very nice and buttery and flaky. But this is a substantial piece of pie for $4.50, so we bought 2 pieces, thinking that we would need 2 pieces, but
Now we'll save one.
we'll save one for tomorrow.
Hey, a birthday dinner. So
Absolutely.
my 53rd trip around the sun. So
Can't beat that.
So if you like this video, definitely give us a thumbs up.
Yep, and subscribe if you've not already subscribed. And leave us a comment below if you've been to Bar Harbor or Bar Harbor Campground or Arcadia and what you liked about it.
Or if ever you've eaten a blueberry. Leave a comment below. We come out with RV and Airstream related videos every Tuesday, and we hope you'll click the subscribe, and we'll see you next week down the road.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.